At ease, brothers. Man, do you ever wonder why cycles keep coming back in your life? And when I say cycles, I mean like, something happened, whether it had to do with a relationship, whether it had to do with your health, whether it had to do with your money, anything, right? And you overcame it. You became a new person. You did all the work, right? You became a new person. And lo and behold, you look up one day and it's like, you know what? Dang it. I thought I was gone from this. And this life is around me again. Like, why is my life going through cycles? Why am I seeing these same scenarios again? Brother, for the longest time, that was blowing my mind. For the longest time, I couldn't understand why I was making certain moves, doing certain things, putting myself in different rooms, calling different plays. But my old world was coming back and I was getting the same result. I'm going to tell you this, man, it took me the longest time to understand. Those cycles, or what seems like is a cycle, is a benefit for you. That world coming back to see you is a benefit to you. That world presenting itself again to you is showing it's showing you that you are a man that is traveling the path. I spoke about this in A Singular Truth. I said, you know what? When you try to better yourself and you separate yourself from your old life, like if you separate yourself and kind of just sit stagnant in your own world, the world really won't mess with you. The world really won't mess with you, man. But when people, places, and things and energies feel you moving, when they feel you get to the threshold of where you're going, when they see, you know what? Okay, brother is he's about to do that thing he was talking about. Brother, they're coming back to see you. Old partners, old girlfriends, old invitation, old energies, old scenarios. They're coming back to see you. But a man that lacks understanding, what he's saying is he sees these things presented to him again, and he's saying, you know what? I must not be what I said I was, or this situation wouldn't be around me. I wouldn't be going through this. Like I had, for example, if a man is dealing with a certain caliber of woman, and it's like, man, every woman I get with is just like this. She's cheating, she's this, she's that, she's this, all these things, and it's like, you know what, man, that's who I am. Let me separate let me separate from that old version of myself and become something new. Think different, move different. And then you meet some woman or whatever that triggers that you may be entertaining, and you say, you know what? I must still be that. Like the cycles are still here. I must be that. Or if you've been saying, you know what? I've been spending money my whole life. I haven't been saving, I haven't been investing, I haven't been thinking right. Let me separate from my old ways, right? You start moving different. You look up, you got a couple of $100 saved. You look up, you got a couple of $1,000 saved. And then life happens. Something happens, man, and it just snatches it away. And you're like, man, I'm back in the same scenario. I must still be that. Think about this, man. What's really taking place is the cycle isn't really taking place. It's really the world really seeing if you're about that life. It's really seeing if you're about that life. For example, when I say that everything comes down to it being created by your emotional state, it's really the world, it's really the universe, whatever you want to call that thing, is really trying to see if you're going to stand on business. It's really trying to see if you are who you say you are. Meaning, when these scenarios come and see you, it's really trying to see if you're going to stay in character. That's really all it's doing. So the win or the loss is really on you. It's like, are you going to stay in character? If you're a man and you're building your money up, you're like, you know what? I'm moving right. I'm spending better. I'm investing. I'm being creative. I'm making projects. I'm doing all this stuff. And life happens and your transmission go out. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever bills come due, or your taxes, or whatever it is. And now your money is back at zero. And you saying, damn, I must be that old version of myself. You're saying, I still haven't come out of this thing. The cycle hasn't taken place yet. The cycle is waiting on you. The cycle is saying, you know what? Is he going to stay in character? If he's still a man that walks in this abundance, if he's a man that makes X amount of dollars a day or a month, a week or whatever, is he gonna stay in character when that old world shows its face? You know what I'm saying? That's what's taking place. So the cycle is only being initiated, but you are the one that governs if it's gonna really repeat itself. Go out and put a ring on your girl's finger. Go and try to move in that energy. Oh man, it's gonna be crickets for a while. You're gonna be like, man, I left that old version of myself. Oh yeah, this is Soul 2.0. Give it a second, brother. You gonna have chicks from the 3rd grade come in the DMs. Hey, what you doing? Hey, I'm in town. Swing through. And you saying, damn it, am I still that person? No, you're not that person. But the world is finna see. The world is finna see if you that person. So, man, think about this, man. You got to understand that when cycles come, it's just all it is the world testing you, seeing if you really who you say you are. And once you stay in character, when you can see your bank account go from 1,000, 20,000, whatever that number is, back to zero, when you were in this abundant state, will it rob you of that abundant state? Can you stay in character? You know what I'm saying? And that applies to all scenarios. All scenarios. Health. You had a rash on your back for 30 years and it's now starting to fade, but now it's coming back. Are you still standing in that energy of being healed? Cycles are a blessing, bro. Like if that old cycle doesn't show its face, it's really saying you aren't moving, because again, man, the world isn't responding to, the world doesn't respond to stagnant energy. Your enemy, they don't respond to stagnant energy. Those homeboys that laugh at you because you want to start a channel, or because you want to move overseas, or because you want to do a certain job, as soon as you talk about it and back away from it, but they'll cause you no harm. But as soon as they can look at you and say, you know what? Oh man, he's Santiago on the port right now. Like partner's about to make a move. Brother, best believe they coming back. But when they show their face, say, you know what? I've been waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you need to face your cycles, brothers. I've been waiting on you. I've been stacking my bag and now this scenario came and it's trying to rob me. I've been waiting on you. The thotties are jumping in the DM when you and your girl done made a commitment. I've been waiting on you, man. If that's not your mentality, brother, you're going to find yourself right back in that cycle. Right back in that whirlwind. Right back at that bottom. Right back at ground zero. So when it happens, man, do like I always say, man. Like I say the only thing that made the messenger was his ability to roam in this 3rd dimensional plane, but see things as they are in heaven. In other words, as they are in his mind, as they are in his kingdom, as they are in his imagination, as they are in the real world. Let's call it what it is. When you can create your vision and step into it and become that person, brother, it's prayer. Go into that state and never come out of it. Go into that state, man, I don't care what the bank does. I don't care how many women come your way. I don't care what kind of health scares you get. Go into that prayer and never come out of it, brother. So all I'm saying is this, man. A lot of times we'll see these cycles, you know, what we call cycles, and be like, man, I keep finding myself in cycles. But you got to understand, you have to give approval to that cycle to take place. Oh, it's going to show its face and surround you. It's going to surround you. Like in the last video I talked about, like when you see yourself at that place where you can no longer travel forward, oh, Pharaoh is behind you. That army of your old world will surround you. But it's really, all it's doing is trying to see if you are going to stay in character. Will you stay in frame? Are you who you say you are? Do you believe do you believe in that source that you say you believed in? That's all it's doing, man. And as soon as you stand in that frame, that old world will dissolve. That relationship will be restored. That health will be restored. That bank account will be restored. It's all a test, man. Life is nothing but a test, brothers. So welcome your cycles, brothers, and stay in character.